Hello and welcome to the 2021 Interprovincial Champs, where 14 associations will be vying for the national title down here at the ASB Centre in Wellington. Today is day 3 of competition, which means it's the final stage, and we'll be seeing the very best men and women fighting it out there on the volleyball court. Many of these players out there today are working on day 3 legs, but they'll be trying their very best to make it into one of the last positions of the National Volleyball League. Now stay tuned, because we're going to have some great action right here on your screens. Yes, why hello and welcome to the 2021 National Provincial Champs finals here on day 3 of the Queen's birthday weekend. We've got a humdinger of a final coming up, but first I'm your host Trent Webby.
And I'm Jackson Burgess.
And two teams that have met already once this tournament, Canterbury and Bay of Plenty. The first meeting of these two teams, Canterbury coming out on top. So Bay of Plenty will be coming in with a little bit of vengeance.
Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting game, especially after the last 2 semi-finals. Both great matches. Bay of Plenty beating North Harbour in a 4-setter, and Canterbury beating Wellington. So I think both teams are out there ready to go, and both itching to get started.
Absolutely, and Canterbury having been in this situation, the finals in 2019 against North Harbour, but unable to clutch the win in that competition. They'll be coming back to look for that title with a new opportunity against these foes, the Bay of Plenty team.
And the Bay of Plenty team, I think, will be quietly confident after beating the reigning champs in the semi-final.
Yeah, what an upset that was. Bay of Plenty coming out with a strong win, 3-1 against Harbour Raiders in the earlier semi-final.
It was a bit more comfortable than expected.
Absolutely. So I'm sure this game here won't be that as comfortable as that one, but it's hard to tell at this early stage of the game as both teams head off to the side, have a little team talk. They've got 2 minutes before the first serve. This Canterbury team is filled with many players from the Shirley Silverbacks as well as the Pioneer Panthers, 2 prestigious clubs down in the Canterbury region. And they're also filled with many players who've already been drafted and selected for the National Volleyball League. What is the National Volleyball League, Jackson?
Well, the National Volleyball League is the new biggest volleyball league in New Zealand. It's professional, and it's going to be run over 2 weekends coming up, one in Auckland, one in Christchurch. And it's going to have the top 48 male and female athletes representing 4 different zones. So we've got the Southern Pounamu, the Midlands Te Waiora, Central Hānu Whenua, and the Northern Moana. So all these teams have drafted some of the best players around the country, and we're going to get to witness a good chunk of them. 11 players today in between both squads. So it's going to be really exciting. And then obviously we've still got the draft. 3 more places can come up for grabs, so these players will still be fighting for those who haven't been selected yet, and this is a good hunting ground for them and to impress the selectors. Yeah,
you're right there, Jackson. Every player out there will be wanting to prove their worth out there on the court, not only for their team but also for the selectors of those National Volleyball League teams. Those 2 competitions taking place. First one heading at the end of this month. It's going to be happening down up in Auckland. And the second one will be happening down in Christchurch, so that'll be at the start of July, and they're going to be sure to be big matches, a new level of high-performance volleyball in New Zealand, which is going to be an exciting avenue.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to watch, and want to get your tickets in and get into the crowd and enjoy live volleyball.
Yeah. And a fun thing about the NVL situation and this finals match, a lot of these players who are actually playing against each other will be teammates for their competition, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Hopefully they don't hold any grudges after this game today, and they can all have good camaraderie and shake hands at the end of the day and say, let's give NVL a good crack at the end of this month. First ref there, Mark there from the Otago region, and second ref Luis Paulo from up in the North Harbour. Both experienced referees. They know this game very well.
Going into this game, who do you reckon might be a couple of impact players for both the sides?
Well, we did see in that first semi-final with the Bay of Plenty against North Harbour, Brad Fuller was their go-to man. He played a very strong, powerful game, and he was contrasted with a very good team around him with Morgan Seymour. And wow.
And that's a great start by the man that you were just talking about, Brad Fuller.
There he is, and he lives to his tail. He comes out with a big swing to kick it off with.
Just completely killed the play.
In the Canterbury team, it would be interesting to see who's standout player. They actually play really well as a team. A lot of these guys have actually been playing together now for the last 3 or 4 years, either at Shirley Volleyball Club or Pioneer Panthers. A few of them even playing at school level together, which means that they've got a little bit more of a team morale compared to this Bay of Plenty team, which will need to come together really strong in this set.
You just see that Brad Fuller serve, so powerful. And he just puts it a little bit long there, trying to replicate what he did in the first point. But a good start overall for the Bay of Plenty team, I believe. It looks like they're starting to control the game already in the opening.
Yeah, I think the serve of the day is going to be a top spin. I think most teams will be looking to just rip some of these jump serves. My personal preference with this new McCusker ball is definitely a float serve, but we've been seeing in all the semi-finals that the jump serve is actually a really good weapon still.
That was a nice kill by Bay of Plenty there. Daniel Hill getting that kill, and he's now serving. Let's see how he goes. A little bit short of a set, but they managed to save it there, Canterbury, and actually put some pressure under that Bay of Plenty team, even to get a free ball there. So they've done very well, and Canterbury win that point.
Where Sam Hodges up to serve. Pick for the Te Waiora Midlands team. Standing at 6'5". He comes from Southland. Yeah, there you go. So volleyball is not a regional sport in terms of one region dominates. You've got players from as far north as Northland, as far south as Southland. Some big swings kicking off in this first set. It's a neck and neck match here.
You can see Mike Watson here getting in close for a serve. He played quite well in that semi-final game. Let's see how his serve goes this time. He just puts it out. We saw a few of those mistakes early on, but he tried getting a nice bit of power on it, and that's where he's really comfortable. So I think just a little bit of early nerves is what caused that.
Yeah, Mana reading that ball real well. Only a few inches out. And the game of volleyball.
Keep it in. It's going to be a free ball for Canterbury, but a bit of a miscommunication.
Good snap there by Morgan Seymour. He gets up there, sees the block, finds the hole, and snap goes the Dragon. Gets the point.
Yeah, it was very well done by Bay of Plenty. Yeah, just a few free balls in that rally. Canterbury weren't really able to capitalise on the earlier advantage by having a bit of a miscommunication in the offence.
Good serve there, Morgan Seymour. And a great dig there by Alan Satu.
A few miscommunications. The sets haven't quite been going where they want them.
Off the top of the hands, Giles Black. Nice
But
work.
they managed to recover it and get the point, and that's important.
One thing to watch while you're at home, the setter from Canterbury, Troy Holston. Quite a youngster, actually. I think he's 19 years of age. Went to Shirley Boys High School. Watch as he sets. He looks across the net to see where the blockers are before he looks back at the ball. Very talented skill to learn. And a big block there by the man we're just speaking about, Troy Holston.
And you can just see the reaction on the player's face, especially to Brad Fuller as well, who was a key player in that last game.
Yeah, and I think Canterbury would have analysed that game a little bit. They'll know to shut down Brad Fuller as soon as possible, so that's a great start by them. Good swing by Morgan.
Got it really nice and deep in that backcourt. Made it really hard for Canterbury to even get a touch on that.
Here he is looking at the vision. Finds the gap. Ball still alive? Unfortunately not.
It was a nicely placed ball there by Canterbury. It wasn't the best set, but it was in a good enough position that Canterbury were able to put it in a tough position for Bay of Plenty, and they weren't able to recover from there. And we're looking at 6-5. So far, been a very close game between the two sides. Neither side have been able to take a stranglehold just yet.
serve by Ben Arnold, but a great wrap. Giles reads. Mana puts it away. That was amazing volleyball, to be honest. The service pressure from that sharp float serve by Ben Arnold. A wrap by Bay of Plenty. Brad Fuller coming through on the A dead, middle ball. And then Giles with the pick, the chicken wing. You don't see chicken wings so often out there. It's not lunchtime. About 2 hours ago.
You can just notice with the Canterbury serves, they're just dipping very slightly and making it very difficult to get down. They've got to get nice and low, Bay of Plenty, in order to stop these. But an unforced error there by Canterbury, not able to get it over the net, and that's going to be a point to Bay of Plenty. We've got Ruben Gillard into serve now for the Bay of Plenty.
Pass.
Nice, powerful serve, but it was a good dig. And again, number 25, Mana Placid, has done really well so far this game. He's got some really good kills, and he's showing up early on. Just dipped under the net there. And Bay of Plenty were able to capitalise on a okay serve with Brad Fuller's powerful arm winning the point.
Yeah, Brad Fuller did real well there. He the set wasn't obviously the best, but he managed to see the blocks and go off his hands for a good tool.
We'll see the serve. He had a good service against North Harbour, and as you can see they're nice and powerful. But Canterbury managed to control that well.
And Satu with a great dig.
And it's a great block. Very well done by Canterbury to read the Bay of Plenty offence and to read the set and get a vital block.
Yeah, Sam Hodges, 6 foot, 6'6", maybe 6'7" these days. I think that guy's still growing. He's a big threat there in the middle block, and they're probably the biggest player out there on the court today.
Nice high toss.
Great dig, Brad
so
Fuller.
Powerful, but really good dig, and then he finishes it off.
Puts it away. Is this guy a one-man team? It's interesting to see how he just gets what is a pretty tough serve, receives it with perfect precision, and then puts it away with a big pipe swing.
It was a very impressive dig by Brad Fuller there. Like that serve was very powerful. It was dipping a lot, and then to follow up and get a nice kill to get the point is a good morale booster at least for Bay of Plenty.
So we've got backcourt defensive specialist Dylan Douglas come on to serve. Great cover there by Luke Holston. Marquee pick number 1 for the Southern Pounamu, but they get away with a wipe off the block. Good stuff by Canterbury there.
We're looking at 10-8 now, the score. So the game's pretty close. I don't think either side has really been able to take control just yet. So we're looking at a really close match today. Both sides playing very well. Both sides will be tied 3 days of the tournament. So it'll be interesting to see later on how they cope, because they're coming out with a lot of energy.
Hitting area there by Morgan Seymour.
It was a bit unfortunate to just get that out, but just got to move on and go on the next point. Got Sam Hodge here serving. It just hits the top of the net, but they're all right. Bay of Plenty and Mike Watson, just a little bit of a mistake. Didn't quite get a good enough contact on it to get it over the net. Canterbury win another point.
Yeah, Bay of Plenty just getting a little bit scrappy there. It's out of system with the ball dribbling over the top tape.
Get a bit more focus and just refocus the mind and maybe win a point here. Yeah, this is exactly what they do. Great kill.
Pezza there plays for the Pioneer Panthers. So a little bit of the outlaw in that Canterbury team. Most of those players playing for Shirley Silverback. So I'm not saying that that's a disadvantage. Sometimes it's always fun to play with a new player. And we see that quick set again by...
very good dig, very good cover. And another block, and Bay of Plenty played that that play very well. Did good recovery to get it back over the net and then to get the block.
Luke Holston playing really well. He's Canterbury and Shirley Silverback are known for their quick balls. They like to shoot the set out to the wide, out to the left-hand side, or the C's or the D's or all these letters that probably don't make any sense for you at home. But basically, all you need to remember is they set it fast.
There's another one from Morgan Seymour. Two good hits there.
Here we see it again. Nice work. And you get punished in the finals or even in the semi-finals if you can't pass a perfect ball. If the ball goes over too tight to the net, the other team's going to take great advantage of swinging that back at you.
It's 12-11 now, so the game's starting to get close. That's a great serve, nice and a lot of dip.
Tight set. Goes off the hands.
Done well. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Giles going up for that free ball touches the tape. Oh, sorry, touches the net. That is taboo in the sport. Yes, then there is a big net in front of you, but you got to play like there isn't.
Yeah, you don't want to be touching the net. You don't want to be going underneath it. It's the way injuries happen. Speaking of the net, Mike Watson hits that one.
Yeah, but a good return actually. So Bay of Plenty are back in this game after what was a quick start for Canterbury.
Yeah, looking at 13-12 now. We have Pessanino Morrison serving.
Good dig, Luke Holston.
We have Morgan Seymour serving for the Bay of Plenty. The game is all tied, 13 apiece. It just goes out on that serve. Just didn't quite dip early enough for them.
What I love about international volleyball is you can actually challenge now, and obviously we don't have instant replays here other than what you see on the screens now, but that would be a good chance to challenge in that situation. That was a pretty close serve. Finds the floor.
Yeah, just managed to tip it over that block there. It wasn't the cleanest hit, but doesn't matter how you get the point as long as you get it. Yeah,
I don't think that was intentional actually. I think he just hit the spike and it bounced at the top of his fingers and went over the block. It's just really good because the defence of the Canterbury team would not have been expecting that. And Luke Holston is a great libero, representing New Zealand.
Nice fast one, but he wasn't able to quite get a good hit on that ball. Nice fast set, but weren't able to capitalise, and Bay of Plenty have now taken the lead.
Yeah, first time this set, I think, other than that first point. And a good use off the block there by Mana Placid. Sees Ruben Gillard's hands up there high. Ruben Gillard, obviously not the biggest guy out there, but can still block pretty high, taking a little bit of space. But in that situation, Mana Placid used and abused those hands.
We've got Ben Arnold serving. Been selected in the MVL draft for Tiwara. Oh, and a little bit of miscommunication there. The set wasn't quite high enough and unable to make that, as you can see. You had to just change his body position there.
Yeah, first ref Mike there calling the lift on that.
But it doesn't matter. Canterbury make the unforced error. Service fault. That puts the score back to 16 apiece. So this game is very close, very tight. Neither team can really get ahead of the other one.
And Ruben Gillard putting a bit of steam on the back of that ball and it just goes out past the baseline. So they return the service fault over to Canterbury.
We saw that quite a few times in the Bay of Plenty versus North Harbour game. It's just winning a point and then serving it straight back. But
And there we see Brad Fuller. They haven't used them a little bit as much as I thought they would be using them in this set, but that's probably good. You don't want to give away all your secrets too early in the game, so great use there by Babe.
Brad Fuller's done very well there just to get that spike. Now he's serving. He's got a very nice fast serve. Hard to deal with, as you can see. But the libero's done well to dig that and control that, but unfortunately Canterbury were unable to get it over with Sam Hodge.
And a replay there. Great serve anyway by Brad. But we'll call a replay there as a ball came over the divider onto the court. This situation will be interesting to see where we go. I feel Canterbury's going to go out to the right-hand side onto Mana Placid, but it comes with a pass first, the free ball opportunity.
That's it out. That was a good opportunity for Bay of Plenty to go down the line, but just a little bit too far wide. An unfortunate mistake after a good serve.
Yeah, Mike Watson will be cussing under his breath because he knows that he had a free line there to hit. Great serve, Mana Placid.
Insane serve. He throws the ball very high and gets a lot of power on it. Gets his hand over the ball. It dips well. We're getting close to the business end of this set now. Obviously, first to 25 is who wins the set. So, getting there, only 6 and 7 points left.
Looking for hands, but the line judges don't call it. Neither does the second or first ref. So that ball has gone out, and we have a timeout called there by Bay of Plenty as Canterbury sneaks a little 2-point lead now. Late in this first set.
Just icing the setter, just trying to slow him down. Cool him down a little and hopefully maybe get a good play here.
Ice the server.
Ice the server, that's what I meant to say, yeah.
I say setter as well. I always get it mixed up. But yeah, you're right there, Jackson. Ice the server. Mana Placid, he is ripping some good toppies there today. And too right, you're in the final. It's do or die. You might as well put the service pressure on because if you're going to give them a lollipop, you're going to only get the stick back, aren't you? So.
Yeah, this is an important timeout for Bay of Plenty. They've kept in this. They've played really well. Canterbury have taken a little bit of control, but they can definitely get back in it. It's only 2 points.
Absolutely. And it is the first set of this men's final down here at the National Provincial Champs. First time back here in Wellington since 2019. Who do we have to thank for that? Some global pandemic, but we won't go there. We can come back to the game.
A very high toss as normal and very stinging serve, but a great dig to control that. But off the top of the hands, couldn't get it down, and it's out. And an unforced error by Bay of Plenty.
That point's almost worth 2 in volleyball. You know, your opposition is called the timeout. You're serving, you come back, and you just rip it like that, and you get the point. I think there should be some sort of rule where you get 2 points. It's a hard thing to do.
Oh, another great serve. But again, very good control on the dig, and that was a nice tip over the blockers to get it down the line and win the point.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to see Mana Placid is ripping those jump serves. The only person that I've seen that's been able to pass them well, Brad Fuller. So it's actually a little bit of a battle here. Brad Fuller versus Mana Placid.
Mana Placid isn't in an NVL spot, so I'm interested to see if he's applied for it, and if he has, I think he's definitely showing up so far.
Yeah, he sure is. He's a youngster as well. I think he's only 21, maybe 20 years of age. This Canterbury team in general is actually pretty young. I'd say the average age would be roughly around 21, 22 years old. So far younger than the opposition here, who probably have an average age of around 25, 26.
There's a good opportunity here for Bay of Plenty.
But in saying that, if you're at home and you're older than those ages, you're thinking, oh, maybe my time's gone. No way. Volleyball's an interesting sport. You can play this game all the way until 36, 40, even older. I've seen some of the Masters players still whip some big swings. sometimes scares me. Mike Watson back serve.
It's a very powerful serve, but well done on the dig to control it.
And
Just gone out, and Bay of Plenty win the point. And that's going to make this game very close now.
Little tip, 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 and a swing.
It's a good block. Another good block, but again, Bay of Plenty winning that point. That was a good job by them, making it 23-21. Canterbury only 2 points away from winning the first set, so Bay of Plenty need to find something here.
Yeah, Ruben Gillard there with a great swing. He sees the opportunity to go on two, and he does so.
We have a good server in Morgan Seymour for this Bay of Plenty team as well. So hopefully we can see some very competitive volleyball over these next few games. And he's headed out. That is unfortunate for this Canterbury team, for the Bay of Plenty team, my bad. That means they've got 3 set points.
Yeah, a timeout there called by Bay of Plenty, much needed. Their second timeout, so no more timeouts this set. All they're going to try to do is find some rhythm here as they move into the second set. Whether they win this one is going to be really how well they come out after this timeout. So if they don't come out strong, they'll be going into the second set with the same momentum they have at the moment. Really need a change of pace.
At this point in the set, I think it's going to be a really key idea to use Brad Fuller. He hasn't been used as much as I thought he would be in this set, but if he can get a few good hits and get some points for this Bay of Plenty team, it might bring some confidence to them.
Yeah, I actually like what Bay of Plenty's doing here, though. They're spreading the load around. It's good to have an impact player like Brad Fuller, and he stepped up in that earlier semi-final against North Harbour, but you don't want to overburn him. You don't want to burn him out, so the spreading around was really good to see.
Well, looks like they're going out to Brad Fuller.
And it's still alive. Mother blessed.
Very well. Back to him again.
Yeah, and he gets it the second time. Nice work, Brad Fuller.
That was very well done by Canterbury to keep that alive, but it's a free ball. And when you've got someone like Brad Fuller ready to kill off the point, it's hard to stop him.
So we're going to probably see a little bit of delay here because we need to clean the court. Bit of sweat out there on the floor. Everyone becomes a janitor, gets the towel out, gets a little clean down. Get some suds in there, why not? Bit of pressure here. Now we have the middle here. It's a good rotation actually for Canterbury. They've got the middle serving from Bay of Plenty. So it's going to be an easy serve. And a weaker defender in the backcourt. Tight pass though.
Only a tip over, so this could be a good opportunity for Bay of Plenty, and they do secure the point. And this set is now very close, 24-23.
Yeah.
This next point is going to be very crucial.
Yeah, big pressure on number 12 there from Bay of Plenty. And he has just got to put the ball in. He's just a consistent player. He's not one of the big threats like Brad Fuller or Morgan Seymour, who have the big rips of the serves in their team. What's more important is they've got a front court setter from Canterbury. So there's a chance that if a tight pass comes, Troy Holston may dump it, and that middle will need to be on his toes to get that ball. And they do it, 25-23, there we go. There was a clutch point, because if they didn't get that one, it was going to go race to two.
A very good set between the two. Very close. And it came right down to the wire, but Canterbury just edging out Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's still going to be anyone's game here. I think from the looks up here in the Bird's Nest, the Bay of Plenty team got their heads down, but they don't need to. They played a very strong game there, and if they keep the same momentum, they can actually still win it.
It's just eliminating a few of those unforced errors. Maybe the difference between the two sides in this next set.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll join you again real shortly. We're going to show you a few highlights from the first set here of the men's final down at the National Provincial Champs. We'll be back very shortly. Hello and welcome back. We're into the second set here of the men's final at the National Provincial Champs 2021 edition. We've got the Bay of Plenty who've come through the semi-final, taking out the reigning champs North Harbour to meet the foe of Canterbury, who have been to the finals before and have beaten Bay of Plenty even at this tournament yesterday in a big humdinger of a match. Looking forward to a bit of excitement, aren't we, Jackson?
Yes, we sure are. And if you missed the first set, well, you're a bit unlucky. It was a very close one, 25-23, just going Canterbury's way. So Bay of Plenty are going to look to try get a strong start here and make up this setback.
Absolutely, yeah. And remember, it is the best of 5, so it's a race to 3 sets. First team to get to 3 sets win, and just like the first set started, Brad Fuller bringing out a bit of finesse with a massive block.
Yeah. Sending it straight down, no chance of stopping it.
I think we'll see in this situation that they're going to match up Brad Fuller with Mana Placid a little bit more. They seem to be the two players that are dominating on each team. Service error there by Ruben Gillard.
A bit of an unforced error, and again, like I said earlier in the match, those unforced errors may be the difference between the two sets, especially in sets worth only a couple points.
All right, Troy Holson to serve. And there he goes, the big wind-up, we love it.
Absolutely killing it out there.
Here we'll see the replay.
Look how high he gets over this ball. Just sends it straight down, no chance for the Canterbury side to win there. Now he's up to serve, and he's got a nice, powerful serve, Brad Fuller does. Let's see how this Canterbury team reacts. It hits the net, so it slows it down a little for them. That's a really nice, fast set.
Yeah, unfortunately a net violation there by the middle. Just turning and falling into the back of the net. So it gives Mana Placid another chance to serve, and not what Bay of Plenty want to do. They do not want Mana to find that rhythm with his serve, because he has got a very strong serve.
He hit some absolute rippers in the first set. Let's see if he can do some more again, and he does. Brad Fuller's done well to get that over, but Canterbury's still in this, and this will be a free ball.
Another net violation by the same middle, number 19 from Bay of Plenty. And that gives Mana a third serve, and now leaves them have an early lead, just 3-2, 1 point in it. What a rip. What's the call there?
Will be Canterbury's point. So the Mana Placid another serve. This is not what Bay of Plenty want right now. Giving a very strong server. Some good opportunities here. hits the net and a very good dig, knocking the libero over for Bay of Plenty.
Good dig there by Pez. And another recycle there by Giles. Goes back out to Pezza, and what happens?
And it just goes out. That's unfortunate for Canterbury and for Pessamino Morrison. He did well to get it over the net, just didn't quite dip in time. Makes the game 4-3.
Nice float serve there, but straight on to Mana.
It's a good dig to the setter. And you can see that very well played by Canterbury. Just completely shut out that point and gave Bay of Plenty not even a chance at it.
Yeah, Ruben Gillard standing on the line real well there. He managed to cover the defence on the line, but the cut across by Giles there was just too smooth.
And Sam Hodge is serving for this Canterbury team. And he's playing for T. Wairoa in the MVL. Nicely dip serve. Very well done by Bay of Plenty. Just the block just couldn't quite get it over the net. Full short. Yeah, 5-4 now.
Nice dig there by Giles Black.
Oh, and a great spike. Couldn't ask for anything better there.
Yeah, the connection between Ben Arnold and Troy Holston is, you can see that these two guys know each other really well. Came out on the beach season this summer, playing together, with Ben being a front court player and Troy playing the back court. Interesting pass there by Brad Fuller.
Good dig, it's going to go over and just out. A little bit unfortunately there for Canterbury. Just weren't able to control the dig, but they have plenty of capitalised on that and got another point. Looking at 5-6 now. So keeping it within a 1 point game. Seems to be swapping points.
Free ball opportunity. And Brad Fuller goes over the hands of the beach duo of Troy Holston and Ben Arnold. And we're just going to get the towel out there, I think. Or maybe the boys from Canterbury are just going to wipe that sweat onto their shoes. Good luck.
Good opportunity,
He finds it
perfect.
again.
Very well done.
Yeah, that combination between Ben and Troy is really good. Pass coming a little bit off the net. The setter, Troy Holston, is pretty wise. He still knows that the middle is on, pushing the set perfectly into his hands.
You can definitely see the two of them with their great partnership. And a little bit of a floater there. It's a good dig.
Fast ball. Ooh. And Ben Fuller just not able to close the three-man block. Peeking too early. Touching the net. You see it here again. He gets it right across. He actually tries to swat the ball back, so that's where he went wrong. Swat the ball, but he swatted the net instead.
Another net violation in this game.
Yeah, that was
a
there's a lucky ball. I think Ben Arnold there wasn't really penetrating the net with the block, so the ball falling just in front of him on their side of the net.
So very much a back and forth game so far in this set. We've just had an interference with another ball. So we'll replay the point.
Luke Holston with the pass.
Oh, and a great block. But it's just gone out. That's a bit unfortunate for Bay of Plenty. They managed to get it over the net and get a block, but very well done by Canterbury just to fire that straight into them and get it out. Another place is very, very powerful player. Here's Ben Arnold now, serving the ball.
Yeah, unorthodox serve there by Ben Arnold. He tosses it up for a float serve, but snaps on it like a jump serve. Ends up becoming this awkward pass, which is like a sharp fast dipping float serve. I'm not even too sure what that is, but it works, pays dividends for him, that's for sure, and for the Canterbury team. Good float serve there. Oh, and the wrap of Rail Red coming back, free ball.
Can they keep it in?
They can.
Yes, they can.
Luke Holson puts it up tight.
This is a good opportunity for Canterbury to win a point, and they do it. Oh, but a net violation by looks of things.
No, backcourt attack.
Backcourt.
Yeah. Those at home don't understand what that is. Giles Black, the hitter that came in from the backcourt to hit that, stepped on the white line or in front of the white line. He's not allowed to do that. He must attack the ball from 3 meters away from the net. Just keeps the game fair, and
very powerful.
Big Sam Hodge coming in with the hammer.
Yeah. So much power in that hit. Couldn't even stop it.
Nice.
That's a good serve, and you got that ace by Troy Holston.
Deep float serves definitely the go-to these days. A lot of people will switch into them. This new Mikasa ball, it's a little bit bigger than the old Moulton, and it floats around up in the air a little bit longer, so confusing game to play with this ball. There it is again, and he finds another high hands.
And this will be a free ball probably. Oh no, very well done by Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, Mike Watson probably heard you. He loves it when he thinks that someone's going to give a free ball. Mike Watson's a do-or-die player, and if you know him on the beach court, he never gives a free ball. He'll swing on anything, no matter how close it is to the net. So snuck that one through. Good work, Mike Watson. And a net violation by Morgan Seymour at that stage. Mana Placid with a great dig off of Brad Fuller's serve. It's actually a little bit of a match between these two. It seems to be that they match up in the front court and they match up in the back court. It's like
very powerful serves, both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them very good at digging and getting it out. And speaking of Mana Placid, look at that, beautiful serve. But unfortunately, it just goes out. Very powerful, but it's a point Bay of Plenty.
I wonder what a combination would be with Brad Fuller and Mana Placid on the beach court. Now that'd be something interesting to see. Mana Placid played a bit of beach this summer, did pretty well as well with another player who's not here today, Jacob Sealand Thomas, another Shirley player. Beach volleyball is an interesting sport. There's obviously only 2 players compared to indoor volleyball where there's 6, so a lot more ground to cover. You get used to covering, defending, and diving for more balls. So, but there's definitely no advantage or disadvantage to being a beach and indoor player. They are still 2 very different sports. Sam Hodges here to serve.
Good block. Another good block by Ben Arnold and Giles Black. Very well done.
Yeah, so Canterbury there now just crawling away just a little bit. 3-point lead here. So, tell you what, if Canterbury gets this point, I smell a timeout coming from the Bay of Plenty bench. See how we go. Not needed. I get the point.
Bay of Plenty just need to control the game now. Try to get some points back. I reckon they need to try tie it. They keep staying one behind, and that leaves them open to...
Yeah, it's easy to say, is easier said than done
sure
up here in the bird's nest anyway. Yeah, watching from the spectators. Like, why don't they just win more points? Service ace. Well, that's how you do it.
Exactly.
Nice work. Mike Watson with just an off-pace jump serve. So just throwing off the defense of the Canterbury team. Usually Mike Watson whipping it. Decides to just take a little bit of speed off and gets the point.
So unfortunately, service error there. That's not what Bay of Plenty needs.
So Pezza coming back to serve here. Oh, and
Just been out.
Bit of cheer coming from the Canterbury team. They thought that ball was in, but Mike Watson was standing right there, and he just puts his finger up and says, nope, that was out. Morgan Seymour.
That's what Bay of Plenty needed there, just to not answer the error by Canterbury after their one.
Great pass, Luke Holston. And a quick ball.
What a block.
Wow.
Very well done by Bay of Plenty.
Canterbury renowned for their fast sets, but Bay of Plenty to put a block up like that, two-man block on Giles Black. Man, that was quick.
And as I said earlier, Bay of Plenty I think they needed to tie the game, and they've done that. So let's see how they go now.
I must be listening to you, Jackson. Tell them something else.
There we go, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, just like that, turn around. So now I'm smelling the timeout on the other side of the court. Are we going to be... Tell you what, but if it was a betting man, Canterbury don't win this point. Some money on there that Mark Doyle, the head coach there, might be getting his hands ready to call a timeout. Let's see what they got. Good pass, Mana Placid. Unfortunately, we're still alive.
A great spike. Unfortunate for Canterbury, just unable to slow that down and fight straight out. And now Bay of Plenty has 17-15 lead. But unprecedented, we weren't expecting that a few points ago.
And look at that, give me my money. Timeout from Canterbury there, Mark Doyle. He was waiting, he was killing a little bit of time, looking at Louise Polo saying, I'm not going to do a timeout, am I not? Louise is going, are you going to call a timeout or not? And he goes, yeah, I'm calling a timeout. So, much needed though, Canterbury just losing maybe the last 5 points there actually. So, just want to ice the server. We've mentioned that many times. That just is cooling down the server. He's on a serving streak. Also a chance for them to just gain some composure late in the second set.
I think Bay of Plenty need to take a good amount of confidence out of that timeout. And manage to come back, take the lead, and I think you need to carry on that momentum. But Canterbury definitely have a good opportunity here to get right back into this game.
Yeah, definitely. It's only a 2-point game. So if Bay of Plenty can make 5 points to take the lead, Canterbury for sure still in this game. So first things first, though, they need to side out. So this is a very important point for Canterbury.
Morgan Seymour 2 serves, so we'll see how he goes after a little bit of a break.
Off pacer.
It's gone out, and that's not what Canterbury wanted. Like we said in the first set, that's almost worth 2 points, that one.
Yeah.
After using that timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bring in that rule, I say. Morgan Seymour here again. That was a great little off pace. I'm sure he's going to put a bit of heat on this one, though. There it is.
Hits the net and just drops in front of Mana Placid.
It's a skill you can't teach when you hit it off the top tape of the net. I'll tell you what, if you could do that 100% of the time, you'd be one of the top servers in the world. So we've got a couple of substitutions coming on here. Impact player here, AJ, coming on. Also from, I may be mistaken, the Pioneer Panthers. Plays past the hitter position, so they're looking just to change something up just a little bit here, just in this rotation. There seems to be a strong run here. Morgan Seymour, I think, have served 7 points now.
Yeah, and Bay of Plenty have taken a good lead now. And if they can get to 20 points, this might be to make this set very interesting.
Tight pass. Yes, but they get out of jail. Giles Black coming in with the quick hand.
Off of the Troy Holston set. Very well done. Nicely positioned. 2 of them going for it. The block didn't quite know where to go and managed to get the point.
Yeah, but that came probably a little bit later than Canterbury really wanted, to be honest. A 7-point run for Bay of Plenty. Not what you want to have in a final. You definitely don't want to give a team 7 points in a row.
And for Canterbury, I think they just need to refocus their mind. They're a good enough team to get back into this. And you've still got plenty of the set left to go, so a few points here may be important for them.
It's still up. Ooh, and Mike Copps, their first ref, says that there was a lift, a carry off of the libero, I believe, Luke Holston. It's the first ball coming off the chest of AJ. A reaction from Luke Holston was actually a lift rather than defensive dig.
Blocked by Bay of Plenty, but here we have another attempt at it. And they've kept it in, but very nice by Bay of Plenty, but they were unable to keep the point and get it back into play. So Canterbury did very well there just after that unfortunate carry for them, fortunate call for them.
Yeah, Morgan Seymour is one of the probably top defensive players in the country. He's obviously only not the tallest player out there, 6 foot. He might be angry at me, he might be 6'1". I'm not too exactly sure, but Thomas still stands. He's not the tallest player, so he defends very well in the backcourt. And off the hands there, Mike Watson, nice use.
The Bay of Plenty have really taken hold of the set. Just in the middle of the set where they had that 7-point run. It's really done them quite well.
And we see a substitution there, Mike Watson going off to just get a little bit of energy back. And we bring on Perry Preston. You're probably thinking, who's this Perry Preston guy? Well, don't be alarmed, but he's actually part of the NVL, already selected for the Pounamu Southern team. So this shows you've got a bit of depth there in that Bay of Plenty team.
A good impact sub for them. Having someone that with a good amount of experience coming in this point. Henry getting the point there, so that's a good morale boost for them. Hopefully they can work on that and use that to their advantage.
And Luke Holston just going out with the single arm dig, not something you see that often from the lad in red. He is known as one of the top liberos in the country, first marquee pick, first pick for the Southern Pounamu team. So hoping that.
But unlucky, he wasn't able to quite get a good enough contact on it to keep it in play. He's done well though to keep that dig after a very powerful serve. Henry will put it over. It'll be a free ball, but
that was
made a bit of a mistake. And Canterbury have taken the point.
Alan Satu, a player also playing in the NVL for the Hawhenua team, the Central Zone NVL team. He's been around for a few years. He's played and probably been around with the Players Volleyball Club, an Auckland volleyball club, for many years, and he knows this game better than anyone out there on the court. We won't mention his age, especially for his family watching. Ball's still alive. However, net violation. Been a lot of net violations today, hasn't there, Jackson?
There has been, and I think the players just need to, if they can stop doing those net violations, they will win a lot more points. They just need to generate a little bit more space, maybe be a little bit less aggressive going into the net, and they will hopefully do that throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, so a timeout there called by Bay of Plenty. The score is actually 22-20, so Canterbury still down by 2 points. The discussion that's going on over there with the Bay of Plenty team would be saying, all right, we've got 3 points we need to win. How are we going to do them? So they could even be breaking it down to the very play that they want to run. So on this point, they want to side out, they're going to run a middle. Or maybe they're going to run the D. Send it to Brad Fuller, who knows. But that'll be the sort of stuff that they'll be discussing right now.
And I think this is an important point for both sides to generate a bit of momentum going into this one. But we've got Mana Placid serving, so this is going to be a very difficult one for Bay of Plenty to control and get a good spike off of it.
Here's the ripper from Mana Placid. They're taken well by Alan Satu. And it was Brad Fuller. Should have put some money on it. Double or nothing. But there's a great swing there by Brad Fuller.
He's been a little bit quiet during the middle part of the set, but he's done well there just to get in and get a nice hit and get Bay of Plenty that extra point.
Yeah, he is definitely the get out of jail free card. If they were playing Monopoly, they've got a few of them, and that's Brad Fuller for one of them. They've just brought on Dylan Douglas here from the East Coast Old Boys Volleyball Club, defensive specialist. Goes with a deep float serve. Big block there, though.
And that's huge for Bay of Plenty. That puts them up 24-20. So we've got 4 set points here. Bay of Plenty will be wanting to close out the set straight away, not let Canterbury get any momentum.
Dribblers, tight one. And yes, yeah, net violation. That ball just creeping, the pass creeping too tight to the net. The Bay of Plenty team thought that they could reach over and block it, missing the ball and touching the net instead. So still a chance here with Sam Hodge to serve. And Perry puts it away. Straight off the bench, he puts impact play to win the second set. And it's going to definitely be a humdinger of a match with both teams now winning one set each. It's going to be anyone's game as we move into the third set here.
Yeah, that 7-point run by Bay of Plenty, I think, is what really cost Canterbury that set, and they need to come out firing, I reckon, into the third set, try to gain some confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a key is good passes as well as that good service pressure. And we're seeing both teams serving very well, but in terms of the receiving, Bay of Plenty definitely were passing a lot better in that set compared to Canterbury. But it's the third set, reset is basically 0-0, and now it's the first to get 2 sets. We'll be back very shortly for the third set.
And welcome back to the ASB Centre here in Wellington. And we're up to the third set of a very close final between Bay of Plenty and Canterbury. In the last set, Bay of Plenty winning it. So it's going to be interesting to see how both these teams go coming out of the gate. And 1-1 means only 2 more sets and one of the teams will win it. So we've got Canterbury serving here. Start. A service ace off of the first ball of the set, and that's not good by Bay of Plenty. A bit of a error in judgment and a bit of lack of communication there, just allowing the ball to slip into the corner. And a great serve by by Tony Holster. A nice dig, good set, but the block again by Canterbury, and they've come out of the gates firing very well, starting off with a 2-0 lead. Both teams will be wanting to get off to a good start in this set and take a little bit of a lead. Bay of Plenty doing well last set to come back after Canterbury took the first. It's a good opportunity here for Canterbury. Nice set. A tip. Oh, and a great diving dig by Canterbury. And it'll be a free ball for Bay of Plenty. This is a good opportunity for them to get a point. And Bay of Plenty do win it on a touch off of the Canterbury player. You see here, very powerful going through, with Morgan Seymour winning it for them. And now we have Brad Fuller here to serve. He's been a very good player so far in the tournament, especially in the semis and in this final. Being a very good impact player for this Bay of Plenty side. And let's see how he could do with the serve. A good serve. But Canterbury did very well to get that ball nice and high off the set. And Andrew Salmon managed to get the point off the block. They weren't able to quite get it over the net. Just dipped too low. And the point goes to Canterbury. 3-1 Canterbury. Canterbury getting off to a little bit of an early lead. So it'll be interesting to see how Bay of Plenty react. We have Mana Placid here serving. A very quick serve, very powerful. Nice high ball. But very well taken. The Bay of Plenty answers straight back. It's a great spike, killing off the ball. And winning the point. Bay of Plenty will serve now, and it'll be 3-2. It'll be interesting to see how they go. Okay, we have a good opportunity here. Miss on the spike. It will be a free ball to Bay of Plenty. Can they capitalise on it? No, they can't. A great block by Sam Hodge and Andrew Salmon.
Yeah, big let's go from the Sam Hodge. He's got some big mitts up there, and we'll see it here on the replay. Boom, there he does as he presses late. That's a very talented skill to have. A lot of players, when they block, they take space. He was taking the ball in that situation. Very good.
Yeah, very well done. And this has been an interesting set so far. Canterbury seem to take control a little bit, but still plenty of time to go.
Quick ball, but
still did very well to get onto that. Brad Fuller diving for it.
Wow. The speed on that pipe, that was amazing. And when I say a pipe, that's a backcourt attack in the middle of the court. Mana Placid came in, that ball wasn't even above the high of the net, I swear, but he managed to get it through real quick, and they win the point.
Yeah, nothing Bay of Plenty could do there. That's way too powerful for any to stop, really. And of course you get the block. We've got Sam Hodge here to serve. Made a good block earlier in the set. Another block by Canterbury, but may have touched the net slightly.
No, I think that one actually was blocked out. So
blocked out.
Yeah. Giles Black there reading it real well, but he just couldn't turn his body fully into the court. Yeah. So when it hit his hand, it went.
You can see the disappointment on his face in the replay. He knew straight away that it just gone out, and he did well to get above the net and get a touch on it.
That's a great bump set by Troy Holston. And a net violation by Gillard. It's pretty interesting when a net violation gets called, because you're always confused. Was it you or was it not? It can be the faintest touch, and it could even be your T-shirt. You know, some people argue, was it the T-shirt? But these days, you see the net move. He is called a net violation.
Very powerful. Off the leg almost. Very done well. It's good work by the Bay of Plenty libero. A little bit less power in that point, just placing it nicely in between the defence. As you can see here, just a little wee set and just placing it nicely in there.
So AJ back to serve. We saw him come on late in the second set. We've decided to keep him on for this one, switching him up for Pessa. So for a Pioneer Panther to another Pioneer Panther.
And if you're wondering what the delay is, just wiping up a little bit of sweat off the court. Canterbury have taken a good lead so far, 7-3 in this set. They definitely need to come out and get a few points here, get back onto their own serve and try make up these points, because you don't want to let Canterbury get too far away, otherwise they will punish you.
Good pass, Brad Fuller on the hands, and a high swing. Morgan Seymour That guy can fly. I swear he has some wings. I'm going to have to check that guy out a little bit later on because he was well above the blocks there, and those are some big blocks out there as well. So, good stuff. Morgan Seymour.
And speaking of Morgan Seymour, he will be serving now. He'll be wanting to put in a nice quick serve, make it difficult for the Canterbury team to make much of it. That's exactly what he does. Good set.
Good dig. Alan Satu all over it.
Good block, but
wow,
very well done on the reaction there by Morgan Seymour.
Oh, sorry.
Beautiful.
Excuse
Brad
my
Fuller
exclamation.
going crazy out there. Pumped about that. And why wouldn't you be?
I was pumped about that. That was amazing gameplay just there. It's probably one of the best plays I've actually seen all day. One-on-one, Brad Fullerton gets a block on the backcourt attack. That's mental. Excuse my loud voice in that one. I'm sorry. For anyone at home who's got their volume turned up, you're probably turning it down now going, gosh, those commentators too loud.
That's a big play for Bay of Plenty. There, like, it's good momentum shifter, having a big play like that. And hopefully they can capitalise on it and use that momentum to get some points back.
A hitting error there by AJ.
And this Bay of Plenty team looks like they're starting to have some fun out there now.
Yeah.
They're looking a bit riled up.
And this is actually the rotation that they got stuck in that second set where the 7-point run happened. You had Morgan Seymour serving. You had front hands, meaning the setter was at the front court, which is number 15, Troy Holston at the front net. They've only got 2 hitters other than Mana Placid, who can attack from the backcourt, and AJ from the also back right hand side. Pass, Luke Holston, go for the wide outside.
Almost gets to it, but not quite. And very well positioned by Canterbury there. Giles back will serve after winning that point. And that's what Canterbury needed. They needed to slow this Bay of Plenty team down and get themselves back on their own serve, and they've done that well.
Yeah, Giles Black going back to serve now. He's originally was a middle blocker. Residing in Nelson, he played for the Nelson Pines for a little bit, but since studying at Lincoln University down in Christchurch, he's turned into a passer hitter, and it looks natural. He's playing just like he would be as a passer hitter. And you can see that he's still got the tendencies of a middle blocker. He's really aggressive on the net as a blocker, which makes him actually a bit of a weapon as a passer hitter with a great block technique. And this game's still alive.
Canterbury have done well to keep it alive.
Tight one.
They've done it again. Very well done. This rally's starting to shape out to be a good one. And Canterbury, as you can see, very pumped about that one. Why wouldn't you be? They've done well there to keep that ball alive and win that point. Just a bit of a mistake by Bay of Plenty there. Yeah,
just a setting there, I think. It was a great move, though, by Ruben Gillard to set the middle, but he just set it too low for that speed for the middle hitter.
Trying to tip it over. Couldn't quite get it over the net. And those type of plays are going to be costly. Two unforced errors in a row, and that puts Canterbury back up by 4, sorry.
And a timeout called there by Bay of Plenty as Canterbury started to stretch away just early in this third set. 3-point lead, 9-6. It's still anyone's game, and we saw in the second set that, the score is now 10-6, if I get that correct. But as I was mentioning, in the second set, we saw a deficit like this before, and Bay of Plenty just got on one service run to take the lead, and they just held that for the rest of the set. So it still is anyone's game here in the third set.
Yeah, no, I think this timeout's going to be important for them, just to calm some nerves and get back out there and get back into a rhythm.
Absolutely, yeah.
This Canterbury team's looking confident and looking really good in this set. We're looking to try finish it off as quickly as they can. Obviously this was a rematch yesterday as well, so both teams have already played against each other. They have plenty looking for a little bit of revenge in this final.
Wow, good reach here by Brad Fuller.
Very well
Set
done.
a dump. Who's chasing?
Both of them. Neither of them managed to get to it though. Bay of Plenty managed to get the point.
Yeah, I think Giles Black actually had to hit start on that chase, but he pulled out. Luke Holston and Mana Plastic going for the full Monty. Neither of them able to get the ball up.
Good commitment. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite reach it. That's a poor serve, unforced error after that. And those type of points are going to be costly in a final. We have number 27, Ben Arnold, serving now.
Yeah, let's watch this unorthodox serve. Snap it down. No, that one too long.
And consistently in this tournament, I've noticed we've had people unforced errors and then another one straight away on the serve. Two unforced errors in a row. Neither team able to capitalise on each other's mistakes.
Yeah, I actually had a discussion with Al Libera from the Waikato team earlier in the week. Oh, big block there again by Brad Fuller. He's just all over Mana Placid. We see it on a replay here. Boom, one-on-one. No middle blocker there.
You just see the confidence that generates in both his team and in himself for getting that.
So yeah, I was having that conversation with the libero from the middle, from the Waikato team, and it's an age-old debate: consistency versus service pressure. And when you're in the finals, service pressure is key. So you're going to have those service faults. His argument, consistency, and I can see a libero saying that because they don't get a chance to serve. They hate it when the ball goes out or goes into the net. And so there we see his service ace. That was almost one of those consistent serves.
It was a bit of a deceiving one by Canterbury, a bit of a miscommunication, I'd say, from the Bay of Plenty side. Unable to read that, and it just drops straight onto the floor. Bit of a mistake. Canterbury are now up by 4. They've done well to keep this lead.
Another good float serve, and he gets that same partnership. So what he's doing there, old Troy Holston, he's picking not on the player but on the spot, and he's going in between the libero, Alan Satu, and the passer hitter, Brad Fuller.
And you can see there, Alan Satu just got in front of Brad Fuller, even though he probably had it covered.
It's a tricky situation because Brad Fuller is in the front court at the moment, so he is able to hit. But if you serve on him, that means that he has to pass. He's out for the hit. Oh, see, as you see, he couldn't go for the swing because he had to pass the ball. Mana Placid with a dunk, but easy read by Mike Watson.
That was very well done. Just to hit it down the line and find that gap. You can see there's no one behind there, and couldn't quite reach it on the dive.
Mana Placid did well there. It was a very high reach here to do to get that ball over the block. But Mike Watson jumping late, he was able to get that ball back into the deep pocket.
We've got a good fan attendance here in the final. Good amount of people watching the game, and I'm sure there's a lot of you watching at home as well who can't quite make it out here to Wellington. But you should stick around because this game's going to get even more better as it gets deeper and deeper into the match.
Yeah, the National Provincial Champs 2021 edition. We're here with 4 different divisions actually. We have the Men's Open here at the moment. There's also the Open Women's Grade. We also have the Under 19s, Under 17s and the Under 21s. So a lot of teams playing here today.
It's an exciting day of volleyball really. We've still got another game after this, the women's final as well. So that's going to be a good game as well.
Yeah, a total of 78 teams playing this weekend across all 4 divisions, ranging from as far south as Southland, far north as North Harbour. So it truly is a representation of the provinces out here today and over this long weekend. Tight set. What's going on? Ball still alive, but no whistle. Still alive, and it's it out there.
Brad Fuller wasn't able to quite get to it. It served really high at his chest.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get his arms to it and get the dig, as you can see in the replay. But it's very well positioned by Canterbury.
It's quite tricky to play out here when there's so many other courts playing at the moment. There's literally a total of 15 courts being played of volleyball. So there's multiple whistles getting blown, so very hard to stay tuned, and even to boost the morale, to scream out of the points, your voice almost gets covered by all the surrounding sounds. So Mana Placid though, high jump serve, cross spin, but Brad Fuller controls it pretty reasonable, and it's still alive.
And very well done by Bay of Plenty there, just to tip it a bit different to what we normally see.
So Giles Black just asking Mike Copps, the first ref, there, was that a carry or was it a tip over? The middle blocker, having to attack the ball from underneath the ball, which can easily be considered a carry. Yeah. So defensive specialist Dylan Douglas on here. What is a defensive specialist, Jackson, you know?
Well, it's a player that sits at the backcourt and just basically gets there to just make sure that if the blocker misses it, they can get the dig and try to stop the point.
Yeah, and you're too right, it is exactly in the name, defensive specialist. They literally specialise in being a backcourt player. Sometimes they come on to serve, as Dylan Douglas was there, and basically they sub in for a player to just defend. They're not necessarily attacker though. They're not known for being aggressive on the ball, but being good at covering. So great play there by Canterbury Bright to win the point. They still hold this 5-point buffer. Tight set. Wow. Oh,
very well.
Yeah. That's tasty. I tell you what, that's a great block
on this
there.
replay here, this amazing block. Very well done.
And we mentioned earlier about Giles Black that he was originally a middle blocker, so he knows how to press onto a net and cover a lot of space, and you see he just did that on Mike Watson there, which has forced Bay of Plenty to call a timeout to try to gain some composure, because Canterbury's running away with this third set.
Yeah, they sure are. 18-12. Bay of Plenty need to find something from somewhere, and hopefully they can get back into the set, make it a bit more competitive, especially going into the next one, a fourth set. It's going to be a very important set for both sides, and having a good amount of momentum going into it is going to be very important. We've got Sam Hodge to serve.
6'7". He's a massive player out there. Coming from Southland. Not necessarily a region known for volleyball, but great wrap there, and a net violation by Giles Black.
Got nice and high, yeah, just touching the net ever so slightly, and the point goes to the Bay of Plenty.
Not too phased by that net violation, Canterbury. I think they feel that they're in a little bit of the driver's seat here at the moment with a 5-point lead.
It'll be interesting to see how Mike Watson does here. It was a good serve, nice and fast.
Wow, speed ball, but it's an opportunity for Bay of Plenty to get one.
Yes, and they capitalise very well,
yeah,
nicely into the corner, on that left-hand side of the court. Make it very difficult to reach for the Canterbury team. And that's what you want from Bay of Plenty. That's what they need to do. If they've got an easy set, then they need to capitalise on it.
Mike Watson to get another serve here, so interesting part of the game this point. Bay of Plenty's just starting to build a bit of momentum, so let's see if Canterbury can shut it down here. Pass, Luke Holston goes to AJ. They're still alive.
Keep it alive, yes they can.
Mike Watson
has a free ball though to Canterbury.
Yeah. Oh no, and that's hanging the washing out to dry. Ben Arnold trying to reach across for the ball. As a middle blocker, you need to be straight up and be narrow on your and be penetrating at the net. On that one, he hung the hand out to the left, and the ball wiping off the side of his hand. It's really hard for the defender because they're squaring up with the blocker's body. Now those hands can move around, and if you put a hand outside of your body, it just moves the ball in any direction, making it almost undefendable. So, I say hanging the washing out because it looks like a clothesline. Just want to let everyone know that one at home, what I mean when I say hanging the washing out to dry. Good swing, good defense by Troy. AJ off the hands.
That's gone out, and you can see Canterbury are very happy about that, as you would be with that point. They're putting themselves 19-15 up here, and not too far away from the end of the set. It's going to start getting real close, I reckon, and it's going to get to the business end of the set. The winner of the set will go 2-1 up. Very well done by Bay of Plenty. Just finishing off that point really quickly. Not giving Canterbury any chances. Pushing it past the blocker. And we've got Morgan Seymour. He's been giving this Canterbury team a lot of problems so far in this game. Is he going to continue to do the same?
Nice serve there on AJ Salmon, and AJ comes back with the return, he says.
It was a very nice return.
Wow, yeah, I say return from dead. That guy had taken not a perfect pass.
As you can see here, nicely into the gap, and not able to stop it.
Yeah, Troy Holson did real well there to set that 3-meter attack from the D side, from the right-hand side. Close serve. Brad Fuller inside.
That's what he does best.
It. Wow. Those inside sets are really tough sometimes. So when we say inside set, there's two antennas on the net. And the idea as the setter is usually to push that ball out to one of those antennas or into the middle blocker, obviously. And that one just fell a bit short, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to swing on because you'll have more than one blocker there. So a bit of terminology there explained. Not really in simple terms. Oh, service error.
Another unforced error.
Yeah, number 12 there serving the error again. It's 2 in a row for him.
Yeah, 2 in a row for Josh. And that's unfortunate for him. This is where Canterbury need to capitalise and try to get a good run here and get some momentum going into the next set. And there's a service ace for Canterbury. Bay of Plenty leaving it. It wasn't quite the right decision.
Critical time for critical time not to get an ace. I guess you can't really have a critical time to have an ace. In sense of Bay of Plenty just didn't want that. They didn't want to have an ace in that situation. There's that unorthodox serve again, but it works so well.
They just tipped it over and they can't quite get it over. And we've seen that a couple times by Bay of Plenty. Just trying to tip it over and not quite executing.
It's just a quick change up here. We've got Mike Watson going off for Perry Preston. Change the dynamics a little bit there and hopefully close the 6-point difference.
Yeah, Bay of Plenty will be wanting to win off this point. Don't allow Canterbury to get within 1 point of the win for the set. One way of doing it, getting the point there. Going to be unable to quite reach that and get it up enough.
Both teams are forcing quite a lot of blocking errors. Why would that be? What's with the net touches? Why are they happening there, Jackson?
I think they're just being a bit too aggressive going into it, and with the final, you're wanting to get up there and get high and get over the net and trying to block it down. And I think just as they're doing that, they're just heading down onto the net, just ever so slightly touching it, and then also with the setters just pushing it slightly too close to the net as well. Bay of Plenty have done very well to keep that alive, but the point will go to Canterbury on a net touch.
And the decision there, actually second ref Luis Polo says, I don't know if it was a net violation or whether it was a front court violation in terms of player Perry Preston coming underneath the net, stepping underneath that, stepping over that white line. Now you are allowed to step on the line, but the moment that your foot is completely across that white line, is a fault, which seems a little bizarre. You'd think you wouldn't be able to touch it at all, but there's volleyball and there's a small line. Good dig. Pokey set.
Kept it alive, but it will be a free ball here for Bay of Plenty. Can they capitalise on it? No. Trying to go down the line. Brad Fuller, an unexpected miss. Unable to capitalise on that.
Yeah, and a bit of cheering coming on there from Canterbury. They believe they had won the set at that point, but unfortunately there was, I think, another net violation on that. Not something you see too often in the final. Opportunity here.
Brad Fuller.
Oh, and the set just too far positive. Brad Fuller unable to reach across. So Canterbury take the third set. And it's a 2-1 advantage to Canterbury. So very similar repeat to the game there between these two teams yesterday. It was a 3-1 matchup, I believe, going Canterbury's way. So Bay of Plenty, if they're going to spark, it's going to come now, doesn't it?
Yeah, Bay of Plenty got to win this fourth set to stay in this final, and I think they need to get out of the gates early, get off to a good start, and just get some confidence going and get the rhythm going early into the set.
So we'll join you really shortly for the fourth set, the spectacular men's final done here at the ASB Centre. Hello, and welcome back to the men's final done here at the National Provincial Champs. We have Bay of Plenty taking on Canterbury, and the set scores are 2-1 to Canterbury at this stage. We're about to join you again with some interesting plays, some spectacular swings, some strong serves. Set for that one.
Yeah. And as you can see, Canterbury celebrating already on that point, and you can just see that they've got a lot of confidence after that last set. Looking very, very sharp and very good. So we'll see how they go to serve and if they take control. Nice dig.
Brad Fullerton, great touch by Luke Holston, but unable to keep it back in the court.
They have done well to immediately get that point back after a little bit of a mistake. But we now have Brad Fuller serving. There's a nice powerful serve, and it's going to be an important point if we can get a good run on.
Good scoop there by Giles Black. Ooh, interesting set. And Bay of Plenty also questioning that set, thinking it was a double. From up here in the bird's nest, it did look like it had a bit of rotation on it, but first ref Mike Kopp is definitely confident on his handsets. He's seen beach volleyball where they're very technical on the handset, so he says that one's fine, then he says it's fine. Ooh, service error though. Bay of Plenty will be saying themselves, the ball knows. Some say that there's some sort of divinity that the volleyball gods out there will always choose the right fate. If there was an incorrect call, the serve will tell you what is correct. Here we go. Good dig.
Bay of Plenty have done well to keep that alive, but Canterbury capitalised on and killed it easily.
I don't know if it is a volleyball god, a divinity, or if it's just karma, you know? Or even sometimes a little bit of guilt. You know, something wasn't right and then you serve the ball out. It's just a little bit of a mental game. We'll call it volleyball gods, but tight trap set, but a great block.
You're going to have another go at it.
Yep. Brad Fuller all over it, and they feed it out to Morgan Seymour.
Oh, what a block.
He's dished up a little bit of his own medicine there.
Andrew
Great
Salmon
block.
there getting very excited. And as you can see, what a block straight down. That's exactly what you want in this fourth set.
Good swing, Mike Watson. Puts a bit of heat behind that ball.
Again, Bay of Plenty just keeping within one. And that's what they need to do. Just keep in touch with Canterbury and then capitalise when they can and get some points. Staying consistent is going to be key for both teams in this set.
Good pass, Luke Holston to his brother Troy Holston, to Giles Black, who just says, I'm sending this ball to the ground.
Yeah, it was a very good spike. As you can see, he gets up nice and high, sends it down, and he's like, yeah. Nice dig, good control. Brad Fuller, yeah.
Wow, like a loaded gun, Brad Fuller, he gets up there, he sees where the defense is, and then he cranks it just straight into position. Boom, there it goes on the replay.
There's no stopping that one. There's the man, Brad Fuller. He's had a good game so far. He's scored some points when they most need it. Interesting to see how he goes in the next
Great
one, maybe
work.
2 sets. Oh, straight into the net. That's brought Bay of Plenty back in it. 5-all. Nice high toss and a very quick serve from this. Won't quite be a free ball, but good block. We're going to have another go at it. Another block. 3 blocks. Just send it over.
Straight back out, Giles Black, and he just cuts it in.
Canterbury did well there to win that point. Bay of Plenty just fighting tooth and nail to get those blocks and weren't able to win it. And points like that, big morale boosters for teams like Canterbury. Good tip. Brad Fuller gets the point. The set was a little bit far ahead of him, but he managed to get his fingertips on it.
There's a funny play there actually by Ruben Gillard. When in doubt, set it out to your passer hitter, and that's what they do there. The ball going pretty wide, but Brad Fuller with a reach of 3.5 meters is pretty high above the net, so he's definitely going to be getting on top of those blocks in that situation. Nice deep float serve. AJ with a free tip. Little takes it. They go to Mike Watson. Sends it to Luke Holston, but it's still alive. No, it's not.
Taking out the signage.
Yeah.
All the way out there. Just couldn't quite get to it.
And a couple of spectators. And what they're going to question is, why were these spectators sitting on the court?
Yeah. That's unfortunate for Canterbury. Weren't able to quite get to it. That means the Bay of Plenty have now taken the lead in this set They've done well to come back here. And number 12, Joshua Matheson, looking to carry on some nice sets. Nice serve, sorry. The last set he had a few mistakes, but he's done well there.
Good swing, but it goes out.
That means that the Bay of Plenty will be up 8-6.
We've seen Mana Placid started off with a lot of fire. He's got some very strong aggressive serves, and he's been strong on both defense and attack. But I just find it slipping a little bit here in this fourth set, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
But when one player in this Canterbury team starts to dist off a little bit, another player steps up, and I think that's Giles Black at the moment. He's really stepping it up here in this fourth set.
And I mean, the Ponamu for the MVL will be very happy with the way he's playing in the last couple of sets. It's good signs for them going into that tournament later on in this month.
Good serve there. There's that crazy serve.
Can they get the block here? Oh, fired a bit far. It wasn't a touch, so Bay of Plenty will take that point. Bit of a mistake by the hitter.
Yeah, not a bad set by Ben Arnold. I think he picked that one up on the sand this year. Nice little lob behind. And as a middle blocker, you love to set. You love to do anything other than blocking. You want to get in there and pass. And the libero says, get out of it. So we've got Ruben Gillard here with the jump serve. Easy pass by Giles Black. And he comes with a quick one, but
flies it straight into the net. And a few unforced errors here in the last few plays, the last few points by this Canterbury side. And they just need to reel that in and try to get some momentum back. And it will be a timeout. Going into these timeouts, what do you reckon Canterbury will be wanting to talk about, wanting to fix?
Yeah, they're just trying to slow the momentum down here now. This is a classic situation where Canterbury's now feeling the fourth set fatigue. It always happens in multiples of two. Second set, you just played your first set and you've come out humding and you're coming out swinging on everything and you're coming a little bit gassed the second set. Then you get that second win in the third set where you come out and you start firing again, which we saw Canterbury doing. So now this is their second time that they're going to be having a little bit of a lull. And then it's a bloody crawl for the fifth set. But Canterbury's still in this. It's a really early game, 10-7. And can easily come back from this. It's anyone's game still.
Yeah, plenty of points to play for. That's a nice serve.
Great pass and
good dig.
Oh, the big reach. If Brad brought that back from death from there, I think they would have called him for a reach. He basically almost reached out to the 3-meter line on that one. That's huge. Trey Holston onto Brad. Back to Brad. And a net violation there by AJ. Just reaching to try to stop Brad Fuller from that big swing, because you give Brad Fuller space, he'll find it. So you need to put the aggressive block on there. Yeah,
and now he's serving here, so you'll see some hard, fast serves firing in. Not going to make it hard for Canterbury to get some momentum. And as you can see, a bit of a free ball there. Bay of Plenty will be wanting to capitalise, and they do. And that was very nicely placed. Nice in the corner. A bit far away from the hands of Canterbury, and taking a commanding lead in the set, 12-8.
Yeah, good run here for Bay of Plenty. Now with a 4-point buffer. Service fault there by Brad Fuller. Yeah, it comes in clutch for Canterbury. They want to get that service streak shut down pretty quick. So if they're going to shut it down for themselves, then good for Canterbury.
Yeah, Mana Placid now with a serve. Let's see if he can get some nice fast balls in and make it hard for the Bay of Plenty side to get some good spikes. Good passes. That was very good. But Bay of Plenty managed to keep it in.
It's still alive. for contact. Oh no, a carry called. Wow.
Yeah. That's unlucky for Bay of Plenty there. They did well to keep it alive, but just couldn't quite. Saw by that serve by Mana Placid immediately that Bay of Plenty were on the back foot.
Serve, but Alasatu all over it. They go back to Mike Watson. He wipes off the hands of Giles Black, who's just drifting out. Classic thing to happen with blockers is you've got to defend more than one attacker, so you've got to stay on one. The moment you see that set go past that hitter, you have to get to that other position, and Giles Black was just drifting there on the block, which caused that blocking error.
Another unforced error by Canterbury, just firing the spike straight into the net.
Double contact on the set.
Carrot Corson also playing for the Southern Pounamu. The Canterbury team had 4 players in that Southern Pounamu side. The Bay of Plenty have 2, so new teammates will be playing up against each other in this game.
Interesting point there, actually. The middle hitter going for the backcourt attack. That's considered an F if we're talking letters. Not normally seen at this level of volleyball, not normally seen in New Zealand at all. So that middle would have been a little bit surprised with that attack, but so was Canterbury, and it paid dividends when they won that point. So that 5-point lead has just opened up again. Service error though.
Well, service errors and a lot of unforced errors which are costing both sides a lot of points, but 15-11. Yeah, Bay of Plenty have got a good lead, but there's still plenty of time for Canterbury to get back in this. A few nice serves and a few good points. You're right there.
And there's another service error.
Again, one service error and another one straight after it. Just trying to be a bit too attacking. Not quite getting it to dip after hitting it over the net.
Mike Watson now with a jump serve. Oh, and I didn't actually see that substitution, but Maya Westrup on number 20, new to the Canterbury team. He actually was playing for the Bay of Plenty team, the last national provincial champs in 2019. So playing against a bunch of his friends that are on the other side of the court. He brings a lot of wisdom to the team, actually, Maya Westrup. He plays for East Coast Old Boys last year. I'm sure which club he will be playing for this year. Normally plays past the hitter, very good defensive player, always hanging well past the baseline when on defense.
Canterbury have a good opportunity here, get a point.
And Maya Westrup putting that one in too, so finding some great space there, and Bay of Plenty now calling the timeout because they're going, we need to shut this down. They're closing up this gap. It's only 2 points now within this game.
And that spike was nicely done. It was nice on the inside. Did well to get it past Bay of Plenty players. And Bay of Plenty just need to regroup and remember that they're in the lead and why they're in the lead, and start doing some of those things that got them there.
Alrighty, and we're back into it. So Bay of Plenty wanting to side out this first ball here straight away. Their friend and enemy, Maya Westrup, up with the serve. Nice float serve here.
Bay of Plenty come out of the gates firing and get the first point. Firing it into the block on that spike and just going out.
Yeah, I think that actually came off the face of Giles Black, so it shows how high that guy gets on the block, getting his head above the net.
And Morgan Seymour here, he's been giving Canterbury a lot of problems today. Can he keep that up? It was a good dig by Canterbury, and they converted really well with Mara Westrup.
Yeah, interesting actually. Canterbury brought on Maya Westrup on, and it's a bit of a mental game for Bay of Plenty, knowing Maya very well. Some of these guys actually play with him in the club volleyball. Canterbury set him last 3 balls, 3D, 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 backcourt attacks. So they're using him. He's fresh, and it's coming at a time well needed with this deficit down by 3 points.
That was a good call by Brad Fuller there. Just a nice spike straight into a position where Canterbury can do it, and getting the ball back on the serve of Bay of Plenty. Bit of sweat on the flexi court, brought to you by Future.
And probably a good time to give us a shout out to a few of our other sponsors. We've got Dynasty there, the official apparel of the New Zealand High Performance team. skysportnext bringing you this coverage on YouTube. How good. Woo.
We also have Salming Shoes and our major funding sponsors of the Grassroots Trust and
New Zealand Community Trust. Yeah, making this all happen here down in windy Wellington. You can't beat Wellington on a good day. Today, it's an overcast day. So sorry for all the delays out there on the volleyball court. You can tell this is the 4th set, and both teams are working as hard as they can because they're leaving a lot of sweat on the court, and that just needs to be cleaned up before the game can resume. More for the risk of a player slipping and injuring an ankle or worse. So we have Ben Arnold here with the mystery serve. It's a fast float. There it is. You find some hands, and it goes high up. Yeah, high up into the aerials. Overheads there, hanging low from the roof. Although they aren't that low, this is quite a high roof, so it was a powerful serve to make that ball go that high, to be honest.
Yeah, it sure was. It's a lot higher than our bird's nest up here. It's 18-17 now. So this game's getting nice and close and right down in the business end of the set.
A ripper off a serve there by Ben Arnold, but unfortunately it's a replay due to a ball on court, I believe.
There's so many other courts in play for this tournament. We're going to have a few of those in the game. It's a little bit inevitable. Yeah,
especially as teams start to warm up on the court adjacent to this one. There's that serve though again, but well picked by Morgan Seymour.
This is a good opportunity for Canterbury. Again, to Maya Westrup.
Yeah, they're going to use him quite a lot here. It's a mental slap in the face for Bay of Plenty. They've kept Smyer off for the last 3 sets, and they've brought him on as a clutch player, and
they just haven't been able to deal with them yet.
No.
They need to find some way of doing it.
And that's the thing. Myers played with some of these players for years. Morgan Seymour and Maya Westrup in the same team at Triton High School in Whakatane. They know each other really well, so Myers got a little bit of an upper hand over his other Canterbury counterparts because he knows how this team plays. Good dig.
Done well. And it's gone out. It was very well done. They just weren't able to control the dig, and it just flew straight over the net and out.
Yeah, so now we've got a 1-point game here. It's side-out volleyball. Bay of Plenty with a lead still, but only just at 19-18.
Canterbury tying it up in just before the last point.
I have a feeling a set will be going to, no, service error, not what you need. So now it's a race to 6, first to 25. Do or die for Bay of Plenty. If they don't get this set, it's adios amigos. It's game over for them. And a passing error by Alan Satu. That's all right. So surprisingly, Canterbury first to 20. The first time that Canterbury's actually had the lead in this 4th set. And it comes at a time no more critical than the end of the 4th set.
They Plenty need to focus, get another point here.
And
which they do.
Yeah, and I think Mike Watson got lucky there. He just, the set was quite far off the net as a bump set, and he just pretty much whacked it as hard as he could into the blocks, hoping there for it to go out, which it did. So opportunity
20
here.
apiece. First to 5. We've got Brad full of serving, so this could be very important for Bay of Plenty. But again, Maya Westrup playing very well in this fourth set. And Bay of Plenty just can't control him. And he may make the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the great thing about having substitutes that are impact players. He's come off cold off the bench and he's just performing at his peak.
Fortunately, an unforced error by Canterbury, making it 21 apiece. Maya Westrup, he came on off of the bench a little bit into the set, and ever since Canterbury have been able to turn it around, get right back into this game.
Yeah, a little bit of aggression from the first for the head coach Mark Doyle. They're actually a little bit upset about Melon's service errors. And we have Dylan Douglas.
He's a specialist.
And there he is again, Maya Westrup.
And he's making the biggest difference in this game right now. And without him, I don't think Canterbury are sitting where they are in the set. They just need to control him.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if Maya Westrup's put his name forward for the NVL. He hasn't been yet selected for a team. And 3 positions available, the live draft on Tuesday at 7 p.m. He would be a high contention for one of those spots for sure. A lot of the coaches will be looking at him right now, going, this guy can come off the bench and perform at this state. It's epic. And a big block there by Giles, forcing the timeout by Bay of Plenty as they now need to clutch 4 points to still be alive in this game.
Yeah, Canterbury 2 points away from winning the championship, especially after the disappointment of 2019, not quite being able to win it. They've been looking to win it this year, and they obviously weren't allowed to do the competition last year.
Yeah, they're definitely looking for redemption, and Bay of Plenty are looking for revenge from their pool play match, second round pool play match yesterday, where they lost to Canterbury 3-1. Sam Hodge here with the float serve. Thoughts on where it's going to go, Jackson? I'm thinking Brad Fuller.
Yeah, I think it might do too.
See what happens. No, Morgan Seymour, and he wipes it off of Maya. Maya bites his shirt because he knows he put the hands out there when he did not need to. So, still alive, Bay of Plenty down by 1. Mike Watson to serve.
23-22. Bay of Plenty need to get back into this. They had the lead for the majority of the set. It'll be a disappointment for them not to win it.
This point here, probably more critical than a match point. This will tie up the game or give Canterbury 2 match points. So,
yeah, this is going to be a very important serve. And he's hit it straight out. That is not what Bay of Plenty need right now to put it 24-22.
So they're going to have to climb uphill here, Bay of Plenty. They've made it hard for themselves, giving 2 match points with Maya Westrup.
The man of the hour.
Friendly in the 11th hour, that's for sure.
This is important.
Still alive.
Keep it alive.
Oh.
And that is it. Canterbury are the champions.
Yes, congratulations to Canterbury. They have taken it out 3-1 here. A repeat of yesterday's pool play match. But big round of applause for Bay of Plenty. They gave a good fight, leading this 4th set all the way up until that 20th point. So, man of the 11th hour, Maya Westrup, looking really good, coming off the bench cold, being an impact player. Not many players out there that can do that. So,
yeah, and he really made the difference in that 4th set, especially with Bay of Plenty in the lead. And they'll be disappointed knowing that they had a good opportunity to win that set and force the 5th.
Absolutely, and a 5th is always anyone's game. But Canterbury will be celebrating. They got the win. They finally got there. They were back here again after 2 years and in the men's final, and this time they managed to clutch it. So they'll definitely be shaking hands with Bay of Plenty, though, saying thanks for a good fight, because at the end of the day, volleyball's a friendly game, and these guys will be playing together at the NVL, which is going to be happening in this month. Check it out. It's going to be in Auckland on the at the end of this month, and at the start of July we'll be down in Christchurch. But thank you so much. My name's Trent Webby.
I'm Jackson Burgess.
And stay tuned, because we'll have the women's final up next down here at the National Provincial Champs. See you later.